Whatever person this is that's on your mind, F them. They are going to regret the day they treated you terrible. They are going to regret the day that they treated you like garbage. They are going to get double the trouble and double the smoke for not appreciating you. I know you guys are going through a lot and you have a lot of anxiety and nervousness. You're feeling anxious about what's to come. It's going to be okay. You came across this message to get major confirmation that all those people that laughed at you, that thought you were crazy, that thought that you wouldn't make it this far, they are going to rue the day that they uttered the words that they were spewing. Anyone that treated you poorly, they have misjudged you, and they are now aware. Your ancestors are taking you on a revenge tour. People think you're extra. They think, oh my gosh, why are they always dressing like this, talking like this, acting like this? Who cares? Who cares about their opinion? Because you have main character energy, and these people will be your footstool. And they know it. You are no longer going to waste your time with things that lower your vibration, things that you know that are toxic for you. You will surpass celebrities, and people have always looked at you as such. You're not regular. You're not schmegular by any means. You are being presented because your table is being prepared. So if you guys are new here, I'm your bestie on the internet, duh. I'm your favorite YouTuber. I'm your cosmic cheerleader. I'm your spiritual advisor. I'm your fairy godmother and your chicken noodle soup for the soul. So grab whatever you be snacking on and sipping on, because I'm going in. I'm channeling that you guys need to be more generous with yourself. You are walking away from sabotaging yourself and playing mind games, playing tricks on yourself. So something you might be saying this week a lot is, I'm not here for the games. I'm not here for the BS. You are showing everyone a different side of you. One that they can't just depend on. One that they can't just rely on, especially if you don't want them to. You are showing others at this time that you are unpredictable, whether they like it or not. Everyone that thought that you were the safe option, oh, their golden retriever energy. Oh, I know what they're doing right now. They're probably doing, they don't know. People don't know what you're up to anymore. New you, who dis, and you are rising. Rising above the toxic relationships that you once admired, that you once put on a pedestal. You are now grateful that you told them what you told them, that you stood on business even then. So let's say you guys were in a toxic relationship a really long time ago, and you were maybe feeling bad about it for a long time. Like, oh, I could have handled that differently. I could have been more mature. I could have been more of an adult. Now you're seeing why it had to unfold the way that it did, and why those people do not deserve a spot in your life now. Same thing with family members you don't talk to, best friends you don't talk to. All of the people that you have let go, they are the ones missing out. Maybe you didn't believe that before, but now you do. You are putting your value and your worth on the table in plain sight. And on top of that, you will continue to go the extra mile, to do the most, to put faith in yourself and your higher power above. This mental anguish that you've been putting yourself in over and over and over again, thinking I wasn't good enough, why didn't it work out, why don't they like me? You are facing this shadow of not valuing yourself the way that you should. And it requires confidence, vigor, strength. It requires making the first step and risk. So you are being told to do you and to enjoy that. Just be yourself. I feel like whoever this message is for, in the last year, your self-esteem was tested to the max. Because maybe there were some shadow aspects that you had not fully worked through yet. And so it got really like thrown at you sideways, and you were coming back from that. You were coming back from upheavals with your self-esteem, relationships that weren't going to work, and you really had to honor that tower in that chaos. But you are still here. You are the one that blossoms up out of the manure and shines like a diamond. You are the one that continuously exudes strength in places that people, they could never. That's why everyone that laughed at when you started on this journey, your spiritual awakening, those that thought, oh, they're not going to stay sober. Oh, they're not going to stay in that healthy relationship. They're never going to be nobody. They're not an entrepreneur. Whatever people were saying about you, maybe at one time you believed them. But now you officially surpassed them. They can sit there in the anguish and the pain and the agony, because wherever you are rebuilding from, it is genuine. You are hurt. You are in pain. You are transmuting said pain. You are no longer doubting yourself the way that you did before, but you also acknowledge the fact that you have to look at where you sabotage and where you try to have a lot of control. You are releasing that control. You are learning to surrender to the process. And it is going to work out in your favor more than you could have ever imagined. I did a message for you guys recently about who you're going to surpass. These people that tried to kick you and keep you down, or kick you when you were down, they knew all along. You were being lifted to places that you never thought you could be. And God is wanting you to park your behind and really evaluate and enjoy the fact that you are still here, that you've been taking the high road, that you've been persevering, that you don't give up. A lot of people, they made you the black sheep. They laughed that you were the lone wolf, like, oh, you can't sit with us. Now it's your table. The tables have officially turned. They wanted to have the last laugh. And now the karma, the justice, and the tower is theirs. Riddle me what? They're not confused. So do not let these chooches, these Decepticons, this whole demon in the house, do not let them project onto you that there is a misunderstanding. That, oh no, that can't be what happened. It wasn't me. You know what it is because you are the seer. You are done doubting your abilities, especially when it comes to walking away. Whatever was recently upheavaled that just chipped away at your soul, that really made you see yourself as a younger version of someone that was really unhealed. I feel like whatever you just recently endured took you back to a place 10, 15, 20 years ago where you were not your greatest. And that could be really triggering. Like, well, I've come so far and I've learned so much. How could I make a mistake like that? How could I have not listened to my intuition? How could I have fallen for that? There were shadow aspects that we had not dealt with. And I feel like it has to do with our intuition, control, and sabotage. God could be putting you in some type of timeout right now where you are not physically able to reach out for the normal crutches that you have. Pacifiers, binkies, whatever you want to call them. You are not able to reach out for the crutch that does not serve you. And so you are having to do things almost backwards. And that could be really hard for you when you could obsess over certain things like it being perfect. Some of us are OCD, ADHD, ADD. And God is showing us like, hey, I know that you like doing things this way, but we are on a whole new tour. We are on a whole new campaign. Your table is being prepared. Let me show you a better way to get it done. We are seeing where our way was maybe not the best way. And though we could have prevailed over and over and over again for maybe damn near a decade, we are seeing where that would be our demise, where that wouldn't work out for us in the end. We are being shown by the Most High that there is a better way to get to this next era, this next chapter, this 10 of Cups, this 10 of Pentacles. There are no shortcuts. And for some of us, having to have control was that shortcut. We are seeing nothing good will come of that. As you guys are going through all of this change, as these major phases are ending, there are a lot of people trying to stick their nose where it doesn't belong. And you can feel this intuitively. God is making us tap into self-love like never before. Not only for us, but for our inner child. So whatever lesson really knocked you on your behind this last year, you are now grateful because maybe throughout the last years, you weren't as grateful as you could have been. Maybe you took some things for granted. You guys will know where it falls. I want you guys to let me know in the comments below. Is this having to do with a relationship? Exes? People from the past trying to pop up? Is this about your health? Your wellness? Or is it about a job or family? Wherever you guys used to be really generous with your time, that has changed. And maybe not because you wanted it to, but because God is showing you, you will be burnt the F out if you continue to maneuver this way. You cannot give and give and give at this pace. You are not a vending machine. You are not a robot. Yes, God gave you superhuman strength. I know whoever I'm talking to is a spiritual gladiator, and you came to the spiritual training ground to say F you to the Matrix, to be the baddest mother effer walking, and a lot of people around you were not ready for that by any means. But maybe you still wanted them to see you or value you. Maybe you really wanted to be a part of their family, or you really wanted to be, not feel left out with coworkers or be accepted by an ex's family. Whoever it was, they do not hold the key to your value. And now you are realizing that you are better off without these people. Life is too short to be deranged. Life is too short to be twisted up over the past. I haven't said this in a long time, but we cannot move forward towards the new era, the new chapter, if we are driving in reverse. If we are looking in the mirror, if we are looking behind us, how far can we really make it? You guys are done looking at the past with such nostalgia. You are done holding on to resentment over what people have recently done to you or even in the past. There is a major phase that is ending, and I feel like it has to do with how you perceive yourself. Oh no, I don't need to do all of that. People are going to look at me like I'm crazy. Who cares? You deserve all of the love in the world. And somewhere along the lines, people made you feel like you didn't. When we're children, we don't really have control over how our parents F us mentally, okay? We don't know until we're older that we have picked up all of these other traits on top of whatever we are tied to genetically. You guys have always rose up out of the mud despite what has been stacked against you and what has challenged you. You are moving through people's hidden agendas like a swordsman. If you guys had a sword and everyone that really isn't for you that shouldn't be around you, that is fake, that you shouldn't be protecting or defending, whoever those people are, that will be made known to you right now. They are not going on this revenge tour. They are going to be part of the justice because they were a part of the corruption. They thought there was a shortcut to being your friend, to calling you to their side, and you are chopping, slicing, and dicing through them left and right. Like, I see you. You were never no friend of mine. You were never no lover of mine. You were never anything. Because you were fake and fraudulent the whole time. So I'm not bending my knee to you anymore. Affirm it below. I don't do crumbs. We don't do crumbs anymore. You are realizing certain people that you put on a pedestal had been breadcrumbing you all along and doubting you all along. We are not doing deranged in this new season. We are not taking that with us. We are not making it a rosy memory of, you know what, it wasn't that bad because they did this for me, they did that for me. No. You are refusing to settle in this life and the next. And you are going to be working through what you really deserve, as hard as that may seem. Like, you know what? I do deserve to make more and do less. That could be a big self-limiting belief that you are having to work through. I do deserve a loving relationship where they're not calling me names and whatever. You also could be seeing people that really need your support that you haven't talked to in a while. Okay, this is going to be very specific, but somebody that you could have once believed in could be really broken right now. Somebody that normally seems very strong and has it together is admitting like, hey, my life is not okay right now and I'm falling apart. You guys might rush to their side to protect, defend, and honor them because they've always been loyal to you. You give them the benefit of the doubt. You believe in them. And maybe at one point they inspired you and they are needing some love and some words of affirmation right now. This is a part of your fate. This is a part of your destiny. This is a part of your purpose to build others up that you truly connect with. And you are seeing those that you never really connected with that were a part of your life in your inner circle. They liked it when you were scraping by. They liked having a front row seat to bad things that were happening to you. And so a lot was revealed when things started going good for you. Who couldn't take it? People will show you who they are when your life is going good. A lot of you guys have worked through so many family challenges in relationships with family dynamics that these people liked it when you were down. They might not have kicked you while you were down, or they were very sneaky about it, but they definitely could not handle the heat of you rising to the occasion of being your best self. Some people really wanted the negative things that happened to you. They really wanted that to take you out. And when it didn't, they were upset. Maybe you've been trying to figure out this whole time, like, hey, they stopped talking to me. They started acting real weird. I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm doing better now. They should be happy for me. I made it through this, this, and this. That is showing you that they were never supposed to be around. They liked it when you were struggling or suffering, and they could have even made things hard for you behind your back. These things are being revealed to you at this time. Wherever you felt like you were the guilty party in toxic relationships, you're starting to see that you don't bear all of the drama or the guilt or the issues. That a lot of this was one-sided from the jump. You might see where these people were reluctant to help you, or where they were talking about you behind your back, or where some of them were a little bit more loud than that and they really wanted to stomp on you while you were going through certain things. You will never forget it, but you no longer have to make it nostalgic, especially with toxic lovers from your past. And I'm also getting that these people, they don't stop watching you. A lot of you are on social media. You have your own community, or you're entrepreneurs. You are of powerful influence. And some of these people from your past that are ruining the day, they can't believe how far that you've made it. Oh my gosh, they're still with so-and-so. Oh my gosh, like they're making that much money. Oh, they have that many clients. Oh, they're making this much a year. Whatever it is, you don't really care about them, but this is coming up because of the shadow work that you're doing. Your worth is not tied to these family members. It is not tied to a country, a city, a memory. Your worth is what you're building now as you are breaking generational curses. Your worth is everything to you right now, especially after what you've had to endure this last year. For some of you, you might feel like it almost took you out. It was challenging. It could have been very challenging financially, very challenging with your health, and you are feeling so much gratitude in your heart that you made it through it, but you could be very tired. And now that you're trying to get your strength back, you have to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm amazing. I deserve this life. I deserve this love. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve all of this happiness that people always told me that I didn't. You are going to be learning how to remove yourself from toxic environments that you are highly dependent on. The one job that you just don't know how to walk away from, the family members that you just don't know how to tell to F off, whoever that is for you, it is going to repeat this pattern and this cycle until you tell them what time it is, or until you let go or surrender the fact that you don't see eye to eye, that you will never agree on certain things, but you will choose the narrative. And that is what you are looking at right now. Some of you guys are really seeing through people that you looked up to once upon a time. This could have been a family member. This could have been a person in your community, a person at your job. At one point, you really looked up to them. Like, I want to help them. I want to be like them. I want to support them, encourage them. And now you're looking at the past, pictures, memories, receipts, text messages, emails, and seeing like, they're actually not a good person. You don't resonate with the same heroes anymore. You don't resonate with the same people you once wanted to encourage or admire or seek counsel from. And those people feel it as well. So they might be reaching out to you. They might be trying to buy your love or affection or attention or trying to love bomb you. That you have purpose now. You are seeing how important your purpose is and where the devil is in the details. God is showing us where to rebuild our self-esteem from the feet up, where to see that we don't have to put up with, things that our parents did or things that we put up with in our past relationships. Whatever used to trigger you, whether it was your stability, relationships, those things will not trigger you the same because you've built and gathered so much strength since you were knocked down the last time. You have found your voice, and your voice is going to ruffle some feathers. You are not here for the games. You are not here to answer to whoever the heck. And just because they did you a solid at one point or a favor at one point does not mean that you owe them until the end of time or that they can run amok or run buckshot. Okay, let me see if I got anything else for you guys. I keep getting stuff about your generosity. Your generosity is shifted. People are not used to that. It shows you that these people were fake. These people will do more for those that are struggling and scraping by, that they try to take advantage of you. You are allowed and safe to walk away from people that put you down, kick you when you're down, or try to take advantage of you. Karma is coming for those that are one way with you and one way with others. They're only trying to improve their social status. They don't care anything about improving yours. You can't unsee these things. People that you once thought were kind or nice or generous, you're done scratching people's backs. So they might be acting like groupies right now. Like, oh my gosh, I thought that, we were good and I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on? Or I have this gift for you. They can fly through twice. These people, they just can't be alone. They cannot be alone. They're always going from one person to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the next. And you're over it. You are over being around chaos agents for the sake of it. You are over being around drama just because that's what you are used to. Whoever's been mischievous in your life or codependent in your life, these are not destined to be your family members or your besties. You are walking towards a luxurious life and your pockets are going to be full. Taking that brave first step is vital. Not sabotaging yourself. Not saying, I know that this new era is starting. Maybe tomorrow. Let me take a nap first. We are really needing to call ourselves out. You are finding your voice. This revenge tour is here. No one is stopping it. God is making everybody park their behind to watch you walk on by. You won't be like, oh my gosh, how are you doing? And worried about what's going on with them. They need to be worried about what's going on with you. Right now, you are simply unpredictable. You are not going to shame yourself. You are not going to guilt yourself. Oh, I'm not a good enough son. I'm not a good enough daughter for them to come around. Oh, I'm not a good enough whoever. Whatever. You guys are over it. You guys have been off the grid for a little bit. And that's why people are finding you very unpredictable. But what they are not expecting is for as you pop back onto the scene, your voice is here. They're like, wait, I thought they were going to kiss my behind and grovel and bend their knee and kiss my ring. And who is this? Who is this? New you, who dis, new persona, and you're not kissing any rings. Okay? You've been off the grid to become a better person. Your emotions are at an all-time high because you are feeling things deeply and you are seeing through those that just do not have a place in your life anymore. And that's okay. Everyone has a rhyme, a reason, a season, a stepping stone. And if these people that have been a chaos agent in your life do not get the frick up out of your way, God is going to make them your footstool. These are people that would have gladly had their foot pressed upon your neck if they could get away with it and nobody knew who it was. You're going to work on continuing to shine through everything that you've had to transmute. So let these people pretend like they're not here for the clout. They're not here for the validation. Like they're not here to watch the show. You are the showstopper. Your job is to keep shining. This mental and physical transformation, you're going to enjoy seeing the person that is morphing in the mirror. You're like, oh my gosh, I remember when a couple months ago, I couldn't even look at myself. I couldn't even be excited about waking up. Your gratitude is changing. Let your light irritate their demons. Okay? So let me know what's going on and how it resonates. I love you guys so, so much. And I appreciate you. We are going to be doing a very big giveaway at 100K subscribers All important links are in the description box for Patreon, affiliate links if you are looking for things that I use daily. And what else? Don't forget to smash the you know what, hit the bell, duh, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.